Hey guys, it's Drac, and this is not a Nerf video. This is a review of a custom gaming controller. Now, a while ago, a good friend of mine decided that he needed a third person for a fire team in a game named Destiny, so he bought me a PlayStation 4 so that I could be his warlock, which led to some cosplay stuff and got me back into gaming, at least a little bit. And if you follow me on my secondary channel, Everyday Alchemy, you've seen a little bit of that. I am not very good at the game. I'm okay at the multiplayer, but I guess that's the lead-in for why I have this thing. So this is my controller that came with the PS4, and then after seeing some of my content, a company called TheControllerShop reached out and sent me this parcel. So I'm going to go ahead and dig into this, and we'll take a look. So what TheControllerShop does is actually kind of similar to what I do with Nerf guns, in that they take the shell of a controller as well as some of the internals and they tweak it into something that's A, very custom, and B, very, very cool. So they also do hydro dipping, which is something I've recently gotten into. So warning, this box may contain awesome. Since 2008, we have been providing the standard for gaming equipment by providing professional grade custom equipment for professional gamers and casual gamers. There I am, around the world. No other company offers innovation, number of options, and commitment to quality like we do. Look pro, play pro, go pro. Not to be confused with the camera company. So TheControllerShop.com. I'll put a link in the description box below, and this is what they sent me. So I feel like it should just slide out of this, right? Hopefully. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Inside here we have some business cards for the controller shop, as well as some stickers, which are cool. I like their logo, it's clean. Let's take a look at the controller itself. So identical to a regular PlayStation 4 controller with some notable exceptions. These are aluminum, I want to say. They're very silver little thumb sticks here, and they are remarkably comfortable. They're very grippy. They've got some kind of corrugation going on here, which is very nice, I think. The back has been done up with a separate finish. It's a grip finish, similar to what the PlayStation 4 has, but definitely much grippier. Now, I don't have issues where I like sweat during long gaming sessions, but I've heard that that's a thing and that's why they do it this way. My favorite part of this isn't actually the super sweet vampire themed hydro dipping, or I guess they're fanged skulls. We'll go ahead and say that's vampire themed. Not even the silver Drac little nameplate there. I wonder how they did that, because it's coated underneath the clear and looks very, very clean, very nice. But my favorite part is that they added the Atlanta skyline. The Thessaloniki skyline was not available, so they gave me the Atlanta skyline down here in the palm pads, I guess, and I really think that that is an awesome, awesome little addition. Now, these are 9mm Luger bullet casings that have been carved down, and they light up, which I think is just awesome. They have red LEDs embedded where the primers were. I think that that is just absolutely incredibly cool. Now, you no longer know which shapes they are, but in theory, once you've been playing for a while, you kind of know where the buttons are. So this is very exciting. I don't think that they did anything to my trigger action, which is good. I would want it to be usable for competitions and whatnot with my friend, and so I wouldn't want it to be externally modded. I am aware of the fact that they can add custom buttons with macros in the back, as well as change the, I guess, draw limiters on your toggles, so they can really do it all. This is a rather expensive model of their custom work, since it has so much going on between the nameplate, the hydro dipping job, the replacements for all of the buttons and knobs, as well as the Atlanta skyline decal. So this is an expensive model, but I wouldn't have made this video if they hadn't made it applicable, I guess, to my audience. So in addition to kind of wanting to thank them and promote them in this video and showcase that this is a thing that exists, I had no idea people were hydro dipping controllers, but apparently it's been going on for quite some time. They also offered me a discount code to give to everyone who sees this video. The discount code is DRAC Gaming, all one word, with the D and the G being capitalized, and that'll get you 5% off of your order. The margins for something like this are pretty low. I know that very well taking commissioned Nerf gun works, that by the time you do all of the film and the activation and all of the different lacquers and whatnot, that there isn't a ton of room to cut your costs, but I appreciate them offering 5%. I think that that's very, very fair, and hopefully that entices you to at least check them out. I think that what they're doing as a company is very cool. I certainly love my custom controller and will be using it on Everyday Alchemy for some time to come, as long as there's a fire team that needs a speedy revive warlock running around. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. This was a fun bonus video. I thought that this was a really cool piece of gaming equipment or paraphernalia, and I wanted to share it with you. I did just want to make a quick little follow-up segment. After playing with the controller for about 30 minutes on Destiny, I noticed a few things. These are definitely the most worthwhile upgrade you can get on your controller. These aluminum thumbsticks are just absolutely very snappy and responsive, and were definitely a very pleasant playing experience. These, I guess, bullet casing buttons felt a little bit weird at first and are going to take a little bit more getting used to, but I definitely like that they light up. I think that that's really, really cool. I just wanted to share that little piece of insight, since you might want to be weighing the options of which of the upgrades are most valuable, and since most of them are cosmetic, I have no input there, but the ones that are functional I think are worth mentioning. So thumbsticks, huge thumbs up. Buttons, maybe yes or no, kinda hard to say so far.